Hey, Margaret, it was great to see your assistant out at the house and meet with your son-in-law, McLean. What a nice young man that is. This house has a lot of potential, obviously. Let's go up on top. Let's take a look at that living room fireplace. This is the one, if you look at the front of the house and off to the right, it has a cover, a metal cover over the top. We took the cover off so we could see what was going on in the flue system. Even though that a lot of these bit larger cracks are caulked up here, water is obviously getting down into the body of the chimney because the paint is just blistering off. In other words, moisture is getting down in, it's being drawn out or wicked out by the sunlight, and that's what blisters this paint. So it's likely that the top of this crown, top of this chimney, the crown, and the top of the other one should be repaired. Screening, this type of screening should never be applied to the top of a working chimney. Now, if you're burning vent-free gas logs, this is fine to keep bugs and animals and stuff out. Doesn't do anything about keeping the water out. But if you're going to burn wood or something, the screen's got to go. And remember, chimney caps are not code required. They're suggested. And they would be suggested if we were going to fix these up so that you could burn wood in them. You probably want a top sealing damper. If you put a top sealing damper on, you don't need a cap because the damper opens and shuts up here, and it will take care of the rain and stuff from coming down. Now, this particular fireplace here, the den, at first look, it appeared like, let's take a look at it, appeared like this damper wasn't going to work at all. It's just so darn rusty. It's kind of hard to open and shut, but it does work. And if you were going to burn wood in there, then you'd have a couple of options. You could replace the damper with a top sealing damper, or replace the glass door set with a nice leak-proof glass door set. The reason is the damper's here strictly to keep the heat and air conditioning from venting up the chimney. Now, you'd need some more repairs done in both fireplaces if you're going to burn wood. Let's just go ahead and pick on this one while we're looking at it. And so then you have some missing mortar in the smoke chamber in various areas, especially here at the flue base, and also at the flue joints all the way up. This makes the chimney leaky, which means gases of combustion could get into the walls of the house. So maybe repairing these if you want to burn wood. My recommendation in both fireplaces is to burn vent-free gas logs, and then you don't have these worries. But anyway, if you want them repaired, I'm giving you a price on doing that. Let's go over to the living room fireplace. It is an open wood-burning fireplace. Well, let's go back here just for a second. These have a gas log set in here. Couldn't get them to light up today. Old set anyway, so I'm sure they're going to go. But anyway, I wanted to cover that with you. In the living room, we got an open wood-burning fireplace. This smoke chamber, this is the area above the damper opening, is really rough. You could see that. So it would need to be repaired before you could use it. But the flue system overall really doesn't look that bad. So I'd let the flue go, but I would certainly repair this. Otherwise, it'd be awfully leaky. No damper in this fireplace at all. Top sealing damper. If you're going to burn wood, good set of glass doors would be an alternative to that. Remember, if you don't put top sealing dampers up, you should remove the screens and the covers and stuff and put traditional caps up. Caps are not code required. Don't have to do it, but that would be a recommendation. On that living room fireplace, steel plate over the top. So this must be cracked because there's blistering paint. We looked at that already. This one, same situation. Screen would be removed, of course. But you can see the blistering paint. So water must be getting down here, even though they've pretty much caulked most of the big major cracks in here. So I would re-pour both crowns if I was you. Think about chimney caps. Think about flue repairs. Remember, in this fireplace here, we're also dealing with a missing profile joint all the way around. Remember, the profile joint is where the surround and hearth extension actually adjoins to the fireplace itself. The fireplace itself is on its own foundation. The surround, all this black brick and hearth extension, is on the house foundation. And that's why you find separation sometimes, and you've got a lot of it going on here. It looks like old separation from what I can tell up on the roof. Generally, if it's new separation, the flashing will be pulled out from underneath the shingles. Gives us a good indication of how long It's been, I would say, it's before that roof was installed, and that roof looks like it's maybe 10 years old, 12, something like that. And so it's an old injury. Is it continuing to pull away? Probably not. So give all that some thought. If you're concerned about it, obviously an engineer, a structural engineer, would be called in, and that would give you more insight on that if that's something that you need. Call me with questions, 704-526-6348. Email me at chris@affordablesweep.com. Thanks.